fire song. Have you looked at that on video on YouTube? Joyous celebration, Tambira Jehovah. It's a good day to have a good day. Friday. A good day to dance to the Lord. Remember to turn down the noise. Anything or anyone that offends you, turn them down. Choose your crowd. You owe it to yourself to associate yourself with people who uplift your spirit, not bring it down. Yeah. Judge, good morning to you, bro.
In Zimbabwe, when we say uko uko, we mean
over there. Uko uko.
That is where the blessings are. Hallelujah.
If you have access to YouTube, go look for Joyous Celebration and have a blast.
Over there with me, say uko uko. Uko uko uko.
Sing it.
Uko uko uko. Uko uko.
Hey, motorists, please. I urge you to drive carefully. Drive with due care and attention. It will be wise to drive for the other person coming along. They might not be as attentive as you are. Look out for the pedestrians. Pedestrians, you also have to look out for the oncoming traffic and ensure you use the pedestrian crossings properly, okay?
There's a saying we say.
Ensure that the oncoming drivers are aware that you intend to cross.
We say,
make sure they stop and give you the clear signal that you can cross before you just walk in front.
Are you ready to cross?
You know, sometimes I look at people and I say, my goodness, I remembered Paulkins Douglas saying, the way some people operate is like they're telling the vehicle, well, bounce me now. Please, let's respect each other on the road. Road etiquette. To the police officers, especially those attached to the traffic department, good morning to you. Inspector Leon McQueen and family, good morning. Zilon, how you doing, bro? Yeah. Nice. Reaching out and saying good morning to, of course, Yulin. Yulin, you're having a blast this morning, right? You're having fun. Dancing to the Lord this morning. Lydia Cameron is on. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Jerry Edwards. Mildred Smith, good morning to you. Shem, Zamora, Judy, everybody. Monica Meros Williams, good morning. That sounds nice. To all the bassmen of the world. Hear that bass there? Nice. Kim, good morning. Kim, all the way in Providence in St. David.
You hold your head like this. When I say Batam Sana.
Miss Dawn Bowl, I'm forgetting your new surname. But good morning to you and the family.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Make a joyful noise this morning. Set the tone for a good day. It is a good day to have a good day. Gigi Giles, good morning to you and Denzo. How Denzo behaving? Uncle Glide, morning. Get up and make a little dance in the veranda. Chase the demons away. Fatty Sylvain, good morning from St. Lucia. How are you doing? How is St. Lucia today? Hope you all are doing fine, right? So happy to have you along with us on the platform this morning. To those of you in the diaspora, hi. My friend in Sweden, good morning. Those of you in London, yeah, good morning. Want to say good morning to my friends inside of Mount Nesbitt. Good morning, Palmist. I've got a nice posse up there. Yeah. Let's activate the bass line. As we head into the word of the day, and that word of the day today, that word is churlish. Churlish, C-H-U-R-L-I-S-H. It means boorish or rude. C-H-U-R-L-I-S-H. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. My churlish remarks offended everyone at the dinner table. Yeah.
This is the day the Lord has made.
Good morning to my girls, Zobaida, Duncan, Zobi. Good morning to the folks inside of Ahuma, Matthew, Pegleg, and Evelyn, and everybody.
Yep.
Folly, good morning. Lydia Cameron.
Well, if I had another chance to start afresh again and live this life on.
Saying good morning to Nadisha and the folks inside of Coffee and surrounding areas, the Sandersons,
There is no
Abigail, and Holmesy,
thank you, Jesus.
Jerry, Papa Jerry Batiste,
Yes, Lord. Oh,
Louis, good morning.
thank you for another day.
It's time for the motivational tip of the day.
Oh, please hear my prayer.
Doggy, good morning, bro. The folks inside of Pomeroy's,
Thank you for the sacrifice. Oh,
Apretooth,
oh yes.
Mount Agnes,
Play the music.
Esther, and your son, good morning.
Oh,
Fish. Quality is not an act, it's a habit. That's the thought of the day, the motivational tip of the day. Quality, it is not an act, it is a habit. Yeah, Wendy Williams, good morning.
please feel with so much
Good morning to you, Mr. Aaron Jeremiah. How you doing, bro?
power
Miss Jeremiah, good morning to you too.
around. 'Cause there
The folks inside of Lamode in St. George,
my God can do.
Derissa and the family, good morning.
Yeah, and I put my trust.
Good morning, Grandans and surrounding areas. Grandans Valley,
Thank you for
Montu,
breath I breathe. Oh, my
Devian and Joanne.
you provide my need.
Morning.
Oh,
Mary Ebanks,
thank
Wendy Williams.
you, live bread.
The nutrition health tip comes up
Your
next.
breast, my soul is fed.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
Early diagnosis and treatment of chronic kidney disease can help to slow the progression from mild damage, which are stages 1 and 2, to severe damage of the kidneys, which are stages 3 to 5. That can lead to kidney failure, which is fatal without dialysis or transplant. The first 2 stages of kidney failure may not present symptoms, as in stage 1, the kidneys are still filtering at a high level with mild damage. While in stage 2, the filtration rate is decreased but still may not be significant enough to produce symptoms. If you do experience symptoms, they may be nonspecific, such as swollen hands and feet, frequent need to urinate especially at night, and blood in urine. Managing conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure are important at these 2 stages. Stage 3 chronic kidney disease is mild to moderate decrease in kidney function. This is when the kidneys are not able to filter fluids, waste, and toxins as it used to, causing them to build up in the body. This is most often the stage when people are diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. Symptoms include persistent itching, back pain, urinating more or less than usual, problems sleeping, and tiredness. Implementing a kidney-specific diet and nutrition plan at this stage can help to reduce symptoms and slow disease progression. This plan normally includes reducing the intake of sodium and protein and may include adjustments in potassium based on your blood levels. In stage 4, there is severe decrease in the kidney's ability to filter, and the buildup of waste, toxins, and fluids in the body is increased. The diet plan will remain with control of protein and sodium. Adjustments to potassium, phosphorus, and calcium will be suggested by a doctor and nutritionist. Regular testing will allow better dietary monitoring and timely adjustments of diet and medications. Your intake of fluids may be limited if you are retaining fluids. Medication and dietary management can help to delay the progression to stage 5, which is end-stage kidney disease, with very little kidney function left or kidney failure. Dialysis or transplant will become necessary as a means of clearing waste and extra fluids from the body. An early diagnosis of kidney or renal disease can be done through urine and blood tests. These tests can check if you are losing protein in your urine, and an estimated glomerular filtration test is a blood test that checks how well the kidneys are filtering. It is important to get annual general medical checkups to monitor the functions of the body's organs, even if you are feeling well. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep the body working.
This is the day
Let's rejoice.
has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it.
My friends inside of Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to you. Inside of Rowley's country. Hey, my folks from Ariza, good morning.
Start afresh again.
The rank and file at Ariza Credit Union, good morning. All those of you in the financial sector, good morning.
But since for tomorrow,
The judicial sector, good morning. The members of the Grenada Bar Association, good morning.
Jesus, for all you done for
My brother Francis K. Paul, good morning.
Father,
Council Jerry Edwin, good morning. Anselm Clouden.
Father.
Doris Fletcher, good morning to you. Folks, let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing this morning. Well, something happened yesterday, boy. Passengers on board a JetBlue flight headed for New York were asked to deplane after the plane experienced numerous mechanical and technical problems. Scary stuff, eh?
Hear my prayer.
Taxiing on the airstrip and having to come back in the gate and everything like that. Some folks will be traumatized by that.
So even though my
Me? No. I'll go as a pilot. What's happening here, guy?
I know you got the powers to turn this thing.
In the region, Antigua turns to Scotland Yard to probe MP's murder.
What can do?
Internationally, police hunt underway in South Carolina after 40 monkeys escaped a research facility.
For the breath I breathe.
And in sports, CWI secures, that's Cricket West Indies, secures a 6-year media rights deal with ESPN Caribbean.
Thank you for my day.
We've got the details to this and so much more after these messages. Don't you go anywhere, right after this.
Oh, my child.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Grenada Duty Free and GBN, we are partnering for this Christmas season. Folks, it's going to be a bumper one. We can actually start feeling the energy, the vibe is start building, the promotions that start coming in, and the fragrances, the chocolate. We have up to 15%, 20%, 40%. It's going to be a crazy one. We are looking forward to seeing you. We are ready to treat you guys special. We are ready to give back to you after this whole year of, being with us and everything and the support. So with our partnership with GBN, it's going to be a bumper season. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Proud sponsors of Christmas with GBN includes Ace Hardware, Hubbard's, Flow, Duty Free Caribbean, and AMS Supportings.
And this is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, the 8th of November 2024. Coming up in the news, passengers asked to deplane JetBlue flight headed to New York. Antigua turns to Scotland Yard to probe MP's murder. Internationally, police hunt underway in South Carolina after 40 monkeys escaped research facility. And in sports, CWI secures 6-year media rights deal with ESPN Caribbean. We've got the details to these and so much more after these messages.
If you're working for a while, come by Courts, I'll make you smile. Courts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Courts. Yeah, it's back. Courts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics, and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to court. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday start. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Go. Go.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Now, Grenadians are among Caribbean nationals to benefit from earlier appointments for U.S. visas. The U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown, Barbados, on Wednesday announced the launch of a program to offer visitor visa B1 and B2 applicants the opportunity to move their appointments to an earlier date for no additional fee. The embassy is asking people who paid for appointments within the last year to log into the appointment scheduling system and select earlier available dates as they make new dates available. The rescheduling is being done without any fees at this time. In an interesting story, a full JetBlue Airways flight bound for New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport departing from the Maurice Bishop International Airport, while passengers were removed due to persistent mechanical problems experienced at the airport. Originally scheduled to depart at approximately 3 p.m. local time, the flight experienced multiple delays throughout the afternoon before passengers were finally allowed to board at 6:09 p.m. However, while taxiing to the runway, the pilot decided to return to the gate due to mechanical concerns. After returning to the gate, maintenance crews attempted to address the issue with passengers on board. Passengers were then asked to deplane after initial attempts to rectify the issue proved futile. JetBlue ultimately decided to remove the aircraft from service and announced that a replacement plane would arrive today, Friday, at 11 a.m. to transport passengers to New York. With that, it comes to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional roundup is right ahead.
Go.
10 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning.
And I'm Kendall Morgan. And I'm Dennis Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Antigua and Barbuda police are intensifying their probe into the independent parliamentarian asset Michael. Earlier this week, Commissioner Atlee Rodney Sands supposed investigators more clues about information to the police. Mr. Rodney tells Caribbean News Desk that no one has been arrested.
No one has been arrested. We are interviewing persons that we believe that were connected to the premises, persons that worked in the area, persons that might be affiliated with, but nothing of substantial that will say we have made an arrest, as has been reported by some media houses.
The police commissioner declined to divulge details of video recordings from the home of the politician. He says investigators from the Caribbean and the United Kingdom's Scotland Yard can provide vital assistance to help crack the case.
Cuba is today continuing to pick up the pieces after the raging winds from Category 3 Hurricane Rafael knocked out the country's power grid and it damaged some infrastructure. The hurricane added to the country's electricity woes after last month's rolling power outages caused by a repeated collapse of the national power grid. Hurricane Rafael on Wednesday also knocked down trees and electricity poles on Little Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
The only successful candidate for Montserrat's defeated Movement for Change and Prosperity, MCAP, has joined forces with the newly elected government of Premier Ruben Meade. Cranston Buffon says while he will remain an independent member of Parliament, he has accepted the position of Parliamentary Secretary in the Premier's office with responsibility for diaspora affairs, tourism and culture.
I understand this may come as a surprise, but I assure you, it is a decision rooted in my unwavering commitment to serving Montserrat and its people. As the sole MCAP representative in the House, I believe this position will provide me with a unique opportunity to directly influence the policies and decisions that will shape our island's future.
Guyana's Vice President Barra Jaglio says his government will be taking advantage of the new Donald Trump-led United States administration to dispel a number of opposition-fomented lies such as corruption, racism, incompetence, and pro-China relations.
We would also work with his administration to debunk a lot of the lies being peddled by some forces, including the opposition. For the past several years, they have been meeting U.S. government officials and have been telling a bunch of lies to them. Almost every mission that comes to Guyana from the United States of America, they have a standard mantra.
Mr. Jaglio is also the ruling People's Progressive Party's General Secretary, also singled out New York-based opposition activist Rickford Burke, saying the Guyana government will provide U.S. authorities with information about alleged criminal acts. Mr. Burke enjoys close ties with several Democratic elected officials, including Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, who himself had criticized the PPP-led government.
Casey Carty created regional cricket history when he became the first cricketer from the island of St. Martin to score a century for the West Indies.
In the gap, and there it is. 100 for Casey Carty. 890 days ago, he became the first man from St. Martin to play for this nation. Today, he's the first to score 100. A proud moment.
Carty's century helps the West Indies score a 2-1 series win against rivals England. It was, however, partly overshadowed by the public show of dissent on the field of play by West Indies fast bowler Alzari Joseph after a visible disagreement with Captain Shai Hope over field placements. The action met the disapproval of West Indies coach Darren Sammy.
Behaviours like that is unacceptable on my cricket field, and the culture I'm trying to build, that's unacceptable. So, we definitely will have a chat about that.
Cricket analyst Reds Pereira expressed disappointment with the incident and wants the cricket authorities to provide the player with anger management support.
Well, I've seen a lot of Test cricket in my life since watching the first in 53. I have seen players lose their tempers, but I've never seen a Test cricketer behave so poorly. The interesting point is that the first over was almost a maiden. In fact, he took an early wicket. Yet, he continued to remonstrate and demonstrate. His hands was all over the place. And the final chapter, which was probably the most serious, he walked off the ground. You know, one could say he should be suspended. I expect that. I don't know for how long. But more so, I think he needs help from the West Indies board. They need to find someone who could sit with him, because this is a temper matter, and this has been coming for some time.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
As a Joseph Alzari, you've got to get that temper under control. Now, looking further afield, a high-ranking Equatorial Guinea official has been fired after a slew of videos showing him having sex with women, including the wives of prominent officials. They were shared online. Authorities have tried to curb the viral spread of the sex tapes involving Baltazar Ibang Ngonga, who is related to the country's long-serving president. Baltazar Ibang Ngonga was trending alongside the U.S. presidential election as the most discussed themes online. The president, who has been in power since 1979, ordered that Ibang Ngonga be removed from his post in a decree issued late Wednesday. The married director of the National Financial Investigation Agency is seen with different partners, among them wives of prominent officials, including at his office in the Finance Ministry. The videos were released on social media networks while Ibang Ngonga was remanded in custody at Malabo's Black Beach prison in a case of embezzlement of public funds. U.S. President Joe Biden urged Americans on Thursday to lower the political temperature after Donald Trump's sweeping election win, saying he would ensure a peaceful and orderly transition to the Republican. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature, Biden said in an address to the nation from the White House. And finally, a police search is underway after 40 monkeys escaped a research facility in South Carolina on Wednesday night. According to a report from NBC News, the animals escaped from Alpha Genesis, a business that provides non-human primate products and bioresearch services. The company reportedly works with monkeys to carry out clinical trials, including on brain disease disorder treatments. It is not known what trials the escaped monkeys were taking part in, nor whether they were exposed to any diseases. Police say traps have been set as officials use thermal imaging cameras to attempt to rescue and recapture the animals. Residents have since been advised to keep doors and windows secured to prevent the monkeys from entering their premises. Meanwhile, anyone who encounters one of the animals is being urged not to interact with it. Instead, they should call 911. That's the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies, the CWI, has announced a groundbreaking 6-year media rights partnership with ESPN Caribbean, securing exclusive broadcast and digital rights for all West Indies men's and women's home international matches, as well as the men's and women's CG United Super 50 Cup. This partnership, running from 2024 through 2030, cements ESPN Caribbean as the primary broadcaster for West Indies cricket in the region. In addition to exclusive match coverage, CWI now retains the ability to license post-match highlights for free-to-air and digital platforms across the Caribbean, ensuring that fans have access to even more content. That's good. The top table tennis players from across the nation will, over the next 2 weeks, face each other in a contest to determine the national team champion of Grenada. The event is part of the Grenada Table Tennis Association's annual National Championships, which begins this Saturday at 3 p.m. in the Public Workers Union Center. The competing teams will first participate in a round-robin series, following which the top 4 teams will then contest the semi-finals and the winners meet in the final. The championships will also include a women's team event, but the winner will be decided on a round-robin format. At the end of the men's and women's team competition, the individual events, that's the men's and women's singles and doubles and mixed doubles, along with boys and girls under 11, under 13, under 15, and under 20, will be contested. The national championships also include open veterans for 55 years and over and an open single for novices, a competition for first-time players. Entries for the individual events are open until November 20th. Interested persons and players schools and clubs can register with Coach Rose Newland at the Ministry of Sports, or they can contact Ray Roberts at 414-7203. I reiterate the number, 414-7203. The competition in the individual event starts on November 23rd. That's the sports at this time. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead, which will be followed by a recap of the headlines.
This holiday season, get ready for a magical celebration packed with culinary delights, crafts, and music that will bring joy to your heart. But that's not all. Lots of giveaways are waiting for you. Stay tuned and make this Christmas one to remember only with GBN.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, Tricia Miller. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you, and good morning to you listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1009.1 millibars, which is below the mean, but it's rising. Present temperature 28.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 79%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.5 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 25 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 9 millimeters of rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 15.2 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and PG Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 6 to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. Tides will be high around 8 a.m. and low about 2 p.m. Sunset this evening at 5:39. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:02. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Tricia, just before you run off, the inclement weather that we are seeing now, the cloudiness and the prospect of thunder and so forth, is there any disturbance in our region?
It's a tropical wave. It's a tropical wave in the vicinity.
Okay, and when do we expect it to traverse us?
Actually, the axis is already just to the west of us, but we should experience, like I said, we should experience some cloudiness still, some showers and possible isolated thunderstorms throughout the day, and actually increasing a bit overnight and then a clearing later on tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great weekend now.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
5 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Passengers asked to deplane JetBlue flight headed to New York. In the region, Antigua turns to Scotland Yard to probe MP's murder. Internationally, police hunt underway in South Carolina after 40 monkeys escape research facility. And in sports, CWI secures 6-year media rights deal with ESPN Caribbean. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, the 8th day of November. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, a safe weekend, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sits, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlag, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Christmas is all about the moments we share, the smiles, the laughter, and the love that fills our homes. This season, let your walls reflect the warmth of family time. Sisson's Paint, match with every shade of togetherness. Celebrate 12 weeks of Christmas with Sissons. Buy one, get one 30% off on selected items. And with every purchase of any Sissons Paint, you get a chance to win US $100 every week for 12 weeks, from October 1st to December 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Available at all Sissons hardware dealers nationwide. Sissons, internationally tested, brilliantly affordable.
Grendec Community Partnership Initiative.
I'm here to say a special thank you to Grenlec for all that they have been doing for us. Now, most recently, we are very grateful for the paving of our yard. We now have easy access to drop off, to pick up stuff, and also it serves as a recreation point. So we're very, very grateful. And again, we want to say hats off to Grenlec for always being there for us. And we hope that God would bless the company so that you can continue to support us.
Grenlec, energizing our community.
right, it's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation for today. And let me tell you how we do it. We're going to take a 10-minute segment where I can accommodate some calls. And we have a guest from the creative desk coming forth to enlighten us on an upcoming activity. And after that, we'll get back into more of your conversation. Lucille Pascal, good morning to you. Spice Queen also. Hermione, good morning. Rachel Cummings, Winsome Slocum, good morning. Now, I've got this from a good friend that always sends us this on via WhatsApp. Great and good morning. Today will never come again, and tomorrow is not promised. So appreciate who and what you have in your life. Be a blessing. Encourage someone. Take time to care, love with all your heart, and never take anyone or anything for granted. And it says, may you be filled with joy, be anchored in hope, and always trust in Jesus. Have a blessed day and weekend. Thank you, Pastor, Apostle. All right, Ian Baker, good morning, folks. What happened during the week that you'd like to bring to the fore? Like I said, we have a 10-minute window, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back because we've got a guest that is actually in the traffic. Just spoke with her. She's on the lane coming up, so she should be here shortly. So we'll have a brief conversation in the interim. What happened over the week that you'd like to talk about? Christmas is around the corner. How are you feeling for Christmas? Are you feeling the vibes yet? Give me a call, 435-2041. Was there a conversation here during the week that you'd like to revert to? Or give me a call, 435-2041. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
No, I just want just a minute of the air, just 1 second of the air, something very important.
Off the air?
Yeah, just take me off the air.
Okay, well, you'll have to wait when I'm on a commercial break, right?
Oh, okay then.
All right, good. 435-2041, that's the number to call. Let's hear what happened in your vicinity. Anything that you would like to bring to the fore, give me a call, 435-2041. Those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning to you as well, especially those of you in the US of A, man. What's the climate like up there? What's the temperature like? Joe Biden was asking for Americans to bring down the temperature. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
All right, thanks. You know what is amazing?
No, I don't. Tell me.
To hear our Prime Minister saying that the Citizen by Investment Program is a success today. After 5 years, and they only in office 2.5 years, because hypothetically. But remember, all build up to the campaign and before elections, you know, that the program wasn't a good thing, and this and that by the former administration. So it's just amazing to hear that in a news bulletin or brief yesterday afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. It's 14 minutes after 7, 435-2041. Tell me what's on your mind. Patricia Davis Banjo, good morning. Yeah, we have this window of opportunity that we can have a brief conversation. The guest is, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's take that commercial break and we'll be back after these messages. We bring on our guest from the creative desk.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the conversation. So glad and happy am I to introduce our guest this morning, Ms. Janelle Lewis. She is the project officer at the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. Good morning, Janelle.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you doing?
I am doing fine, and it's good to have you with us this morning.
Good to be
here. Yeah, and Janelle is here primarily to talk about a workshop that they have coming up, especially, and this is of key importance for all those of us in the performing arts. All right, ever so often we hear the term when someone calls and said, Innocent, can you give us a blind? It's a business we're doing now, so
correct.
That's not part of the vernacular of the creative arts.
Correct.
The blind thing.
The blind thing. No, you have to treat your business as a business, and in business we pay. Unless it is that we're doing a charitable deed, then it would be that you don't pay. But in business we pay, so it's not a blind. Treat your business as a business.
Okay, that's good. So, and to facilitate that, the Office of the Creative Arts, you're hosting a workshop this week?
Yes. It's actually next week. Yes, so we're hosting a workshop next week. Well, we've hosted lots of workshops. We've come here and promoted a lot of our capacity building initiatives that we have. So we're hosting a workshop next week, and it's called Price It Right.
Price It Right.
Price It Right. Yeah. Costing and pricing essentials for creatives. Okay. So that is what the workshop is about. It's a costing and pricing workshop. And what that workshop aims to do, or the objective of the workshop, is to allow creatives to really dive into the cost that goes into producing their work. Whether you're an artist, you're a musician, a producer, a dancer, whatever it is, what are the costs that goes into your productions, and then allowing you to come up with a price for it. And price, there's a lot of things that go into pricing. It's your customer base, because at the end of the day, you would like your intended customers to be able to pay for it. So it's all about what goes into it, and how do I price it right so that I'm not there and as you said, with the blight, I'm not saying, oh, well, this thing can sustain me, but are you doing it properly? So that's what the workshop aims to achieve.
Okay, I'm happy you said that, because do you think at the moment, right, the Grenada on a whole, the culture of the creatives in Grenada, do you think people are really prepared to start paying locals for in the creative arts industry for the services?
We would hope so. You have to start paying locals for their services. And just to sidetrack from the workshop just a little bit, that is the main aim and the main purpose of the Office of Creative Affairs, because we need to change the conversation as it relates to how creatives are treated. This is not something that you do on the side. This is your craft. A lot goes into your craft. Whether it's writing a song, you would know the hours and so on that goes into writing your song, performing it, stage presence, everything like that. A lot goes into it, and we as a society need to be able to look at it and have an appreciation for the work that actually goes into someone's creative craft.
Because I'm very certain that I am not the only person who is very disgruntled with the fact that whenever we have what the so-called big shows, right? And the so-called big artists are brought in, and they charge the exorbitant figures of 15 and 20 and 40 and 50,000 US.
Right.
All right. And they come and they do a set for 45 minutes, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. All right. But in the true essence, the local artists are the ones that, how we say it in our vernacular, ram up the show. And they go back with 40, 15, 20,000 US, and the locals are given maybe a palsy $1,500.
Given is that what? So what is?
That's how it's.
So then it has to be a conversation of your worth, what it is that you charge, and these are your prices. And we're trying to, as I said, change the conversation as to how we see our creatives here. It's not just only musicians and performers. There are people who do artwork and things like that. They put a lot into their craft, and when you go ahead and you price your work, somebody would see the value in your work. Somebody would see the value in your work, and it's something that needs to change from the bottom up. So even when we talk about changing the conversation, when we go into the schools, because we have the school tour initiative, when we go into the schools, we talk to the children and we find out, what do you do? A lot of them sing in church, a lot of them are in dance groups. When we went to Crowshoe, the primary school in Crowshoe, there were a lot of drummers there, a lot of dancers there, and they were not thinking that, oh, I can do this. I can do this as a career. I can be a dancer. I can not, just not do it on the side, do it with mommy and daddy, do it in the church. I can do it as a career. So once you start changing the conversation from then, and then we move on to now how we have the courses with TAMCC, and soon an associate degree program is going to be put out for creative industries. And then you see students leaving secondary school and they pursue these studies. This is something that you can actually do for a living. So the conversation needs to change around the creative industries and creative crafts being something that you do on the side and actually doing it for a living.
And that workshop, who will be facilitating that workshop?
Mr. Lyndon Bob. So Mr. Bob is a seasoned business consultant. He actually facilitated the last workshop that we did in collaboration with GIDC. He did the record keeping one. So it was a record keeping workshop. So he did that one. We got rave reviews from that one, even while, we sit in on it, and it was so interactive, and the practical examples that he gave, and he used specific examples for the creative industry. So a lot of the times we hear creatives say in the past, there are no capacity building initiatives or educational training specific for creatives. You would hear about any different type of business, but not a creative business. The intricacies, the nuances that, happen in the creative industry, there was not specific training for them. So these trainings and workshops that are being organized by the Office of Creative Affairs is specific for our Grenadian creatives.
Where would that workshop be held?
It'll be at the National Stadium in the VIP room, and it's happening next Wednesday and Thursday. So the 13th and the 14th of November. It's 2 half-day workshops. So it's from 9 to 12 the first day, 9 to 12 the second day. You actually do need to attend both days. So it's not you can come one day and then not come the other day, because you would not get the full benefits of the workshop. You would not be able to go out then and think that you can accurately price, your goods.
I am excluded because I finished my shift here at 9.
You finish at 9. The beginning of the workshop is opening remarks. So if you finish at 9 and you head down as soon as you finish to the stadium. It's right there. You should be able to make it.
So again, folks, those of you in the creative arts industry, it's, as the folks who, my citizen ruler would say, es muy importante. I hope I say it right. Very important.
Very important. It's very, very, very important. And all of these workshops that we have, it's for the creatives. And in one way or another, we've heard what they said, because this came about in the last workshop, that they were doing all these transactions for record keeping. And one of the main things that the facilitator told them, you need to stop mixing personal and business. And a lot of them was like, well, the business don't make all of that. And, I need to get a little. And he said, well, how are you costing it? What is the price of you? And that is where the conversation actually sparked regarding costing and pricing. How do you accurately price your products so that your business could actually be sustainable?
Now, let me ask you this, all right? It pertains to what we're talking about, but going back a bit, taking a few steps back. Since the start, the commencement of that Office of Creative Affairs,
right? Yes.
The Office of Creative Affairs. There must have been a mandate, the purpose, the objective. Are you meeting that?
Of course. Okay. Of course. So when the office was established, remember we had a big symposium called Unleashed. And a lot of the recommendations from Unleashed, sort of filtered into what is it that we do. A lot of creatives indicated financing was a big issue. And last year, on the 1st of December, we launched the Business Development Fund. And that fund has 3 components. There's a voucher component, and the voucher you don't pay back. The max is $5,000. That is for things like advertising, developing prototypes and things like that, website development. You can do that. Branding. You might, you don't have a logo as yet. You have no business cards. You have no flyers. Branding and so on. You could have gotten a voucher. You still can for $5,000 to do that. Then there was the grant component for not-for-profit initiatives. For example, teaching children to do art, fashion designers, teaching children to sew, things that are of no cost to their parents or the community, not-for-profit initiatives, $25,000 in terms of funding. And then that's a grant. And that's a grant.
No payback.
No payback mostly for NGOs, not-for-profit initiatives. Then there's the loan component, the loan you pay back, 2% interest rate, and that is for, equipment, your business use and things like that. That is the loan. So funding was an issue. We provided a solution.
What's the ceiling on the loans?
$50,000. Okay. Right.
And it can be used for?
Yeah, so it can be used for your equipment, purchase materials and things like that. Anything that you want to use it for regarding a loan, because remember it's a loan you paid back. And then there was the so we addressed the funding issue, and then it came capacity building, courses, training. We have a collaboration with TAMCC where they had specialized courses for creatives, and then they're about to implement the associate's degree program that's next year. These courses, there was Introduction to Entertainment Law, and that course was a big hit.
Yeah, was a sellout.
Yes, it was capped. They're actually going to run it again in January, so it was maxed out. Entrepreneurship for creative industries, marketing and communications, and digital media. These courses, wonderful. The students, the creatives, they loved it. They appreciated that these courses were specific for them. Right? And then now we have the workshops. We have the fund. We had 2 workshops to kind of introduce them to the fund, the components of the fund, what you would need and things like that. We had these workshops. We had a workshop on intellectual property, record keeping, and as you know, we're doing the costing and pricing one. So we heard what the creators stated, and that's where all the activities come out from. So funding is solved. Capacity building, yes, there is more to add because you can't know too much. Capacity building, we have that there. Even just promotion, we have a database of creatives, and if something is happening, you have an art exhibition, you can send the details to us, and we send it out in the database. Other creatives would know. We share on social media. So there's a lot that's happening. The visibility now of our creatives, there's a lot.
So let me ask you this. Comparatively speaking, from around the region, are you satisfied that the Office of the Creative Arts here is making similar waves to that, let's say, compared to Barbados or Trinidad? The way they push and attempt to boost the creatives?
Well, I can't speak to how they push their creatives. I may be mistaken, but I'm not sure. I know St. Kitts have a creative industries, and I think Trinidad too. But in terms of what we do, we push our stuff on social media. We push it. We champion for creatives.
Okay.
And we champion for creatives as best as we can. Is there room for improvement? Of course. And that's why we listen to our creatives. We have a lot of engagement, and right now there's actually a strategy project that is happening. And that would actually inform on the future of the creative industries in Grenada regarding policy direction, strategy, and so on. So that is actually happening there. So if it is that, there is more that can be done, and of course there's more that can be done, that project would actually inform on that in the future.
Someone is trying to get into the conversation this morning. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, morning, Mr. Joseph. Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Just a quick question. With over 100 plus published authors in Grenada, what is there for those of us who write? Because I noticed quite a bit has been said about the performing arts, so the drummers, the musicians, the dancers, the painters, but I haven't heard anything for those of us who write. Is there any plans to do a little something for us? I know I had reached out to the desk when I was looking at my latest publication, I was told I could not get concession because I wasn't registered as a business. Most of us who write, we're not running a business. But is there any plans for us, those of us who write? Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you for that question. So the Grenada Published Authors Incorporated, actually, for concessions, you're able to get the 50% of the CT and the VAT if you go ahead and import your books. So I know that is available for authors. But we have to realize that, unfortunately, a lot of the concessions, at least if you go through the office, and even if you have to get the loan in GDP, the business will need to be registered. Loan, voucher, and grant, the business needs to be registered. So even if you're having, let's say you write your book and you're having a book launch, and perhaps you can go to the bank to get a voucher for the advertising of the book launch, the branding, and so on, you will still need to be a registered business entity for that.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. There's someone else who wants to get into the conversation, and then let me take that call and then we do the wrap.
Sure.
Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to your guest. That shouldn't wrap at all. That should go on and on. Let me tell you something. I congratulate the lady for her fluency, her wittiness. That, to me, is an art in the creative business. Yeah? So, hats off to you. Now, I'm listening to this conversation there, and permit me to go back to my theme, which is the economy. Now, all these things are so important. I am vying for what you call massive recording studio, something like the AGT, where we could bring our people and bring the crowd. But the economy cannot take those things. We have to concentrate on expanding the economy, to allow the economy to make the money. If we don't do that, you see, people are limited in finances, and that is holding us back. But nobody's contemplating whether we go do all these things and say, okay, we want people to attend, but they don't have the money consistently. The economy can expand 10%. It can, but nobody wants to grow the economy 10%. Oh, that is heating up the economy, as they tell me from time to time. You have to heat up the economy to bring in the revenue. Once you bring in the revenue, all these things that you're talking about will take place right here. So it's not funny that people want to see new people, so when they have an international show, the people attend. But the local people, what attract them? You know these people all the time because we have a hate society. So we have to transform this, grow the economy to create the monies, and then all those things fall in place. I used to be an artist. I was drawing and so forth, and I stopped this thing because what do you get out of that? Just busting your brain for nothing. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, caller. Response?
I thought it was more of a statement. I mean, I understand his sentiments, so I thought it was more of a statement.
All right. Well, folks, again, I'm going to let Miss Lewis tell us again as we wrap the venue, the time, and all the specifics for the workshop that's coming up.
All right. So Price It Right is happening next Wednesday and Thursday. Just a little note, to register, you need to fill in a link. So the link is available on our social media. You can find it on Instagram, on Facebook. If you don't have those and you want to send us a WhatsApp message, you can send it at 534-4622 and we'll send the link there. If you prefer to email us, you can email info at creativeaffairs.gov.gd and we can email you the link there. It's happening for 2 days at the Grenada National Stadium VIP room from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on both days. You don't need to bring anything apart from your will to learn and your writing materials and so, but you'll get your handouts and everything during the session. We also usually send you, just any materials that you use, PowerPoints and so on after the session. So we'll send that. And the deadline to register is Monday. So Monday coming, right? So you have the entire weekend to register. And I know in the last, I don't know if it was the last conversation where people were trying to figure out, where can I go to get, because sometimes the information is on social media. You can call on the phone, you can send a WhatsApp message, but somebody still want to look somebody in the eye to get the information. We do have a colleague at the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture. So you can drop by there in case you have any questions or if there's any particular information that you want to know about our initiatives, you can just drop by there and have a conversation.
Someone is asking to repeat the number.
534-4622. 534-GOKA.
Goka, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Lewis.
You're
welcome. I look forward to seeing you at the workshop.
I look forward to seeing you too.
Thursday.
Both days. Yeah. Dedicate the 2 days to come.
All right. Maybe I'll just ask the management for the 2 days off.
All right. If you need a note, I can write you one.
Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Folks, that's it for this segment of the conversation. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Are you looking for a Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there easy. Enjoy competitive interest rates, specials on insurance, and offers from auto dealers. Ariza also has great offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. Apply for an easy ride loan from Ariza and drive away in style.
Hi, we're here at Answer Coating Grenada Limited, a proud sponsor of Christmas with GBN. And this year, we're giving up to 40% off various items.
And the customers actually have the opportunity to win up to $1,000 cash. So we encourage you to stay tuned to Christmas with GBN and look out for all other in-store promotions and product information.
And don't forget, this December, a night of shopping with Answer Coatings.
Proud sponsors of Christmas with GBN includes Ace Hardware, Hubbard's, Flow, Grenada Duty Free, and Answer Coatings.
Grenada, get ready to celebrate the magic of the season with Christmas with GBN. Starting November 4th, join us weekdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN Television, K105 and Hot 98.
Monday kicks off with traditional stories and wellness, featuring a storytelling session with Labukan Creative Center, giveaways, nutrition tips, and live calls to share your holiday wishes.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. Thanks, Miss Lewis, for that information there she shared with us. It's time now to get back to our, interaction. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, boss. Boss, it's not a program, eh? I have a little problem then.
Tell me.
What going on is that I was traveling on Terrence bus for Terrence and Rubber bus for Fontenoy. That's a number 8. And my phone had fell in the bus. So I just called in to say, if you could just send it to someone and tell them that, the phone belongs to, I kill your phone from in front, so you would like to do it.
Well, they're hearing you because you're live.
Pardon me?
I said they're hearing you because you're live.
Hello?
I said you're live, so they're hearing you. So what bus was it? Hello? Okay. All right, well, I do hope that you get through with that, and maybe you can call back subsequently and give some more information. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome.
I'm happy to have an opportunity this morning after 5 days of commercial activity on the section normally given to the people of this here country. But let's go. Mr. Joseph, in my moments or intervals of creative idleness, while I sit here cocked up, so to speak, I think of certain things in recent times I was remembering the past. You see, I'm making this little analogy because of the direction this country has taken in recent times, where a small group of people, quote unquote, under the so-called legitimacy of the Constitution that we have, just decided, well, this country is theirs. They've been hired to run it, so they do it the way they want. Notwithstanding that there are other people in this here country who do not share the views and who see things differently. And I remember when I was at school, 1960s, we had a particular subject matter called industrial arts, where we learned technical drawing, woodwork, and metalwork. And I remember the first lesson very well with two Canadian tutors, Relkoff and Dunster. And they introduced us to tools. I'll be quick, I'll be brief. The four principal tools for the creation of a foundation of anything that you're going to build, and I stress on the word building. The first was an established instrument of measurement, whether it be tape or rule. A square 90-degree tool. They used to call it then, I don't know what it's called now, but a spirit level. And finally a plumb bob, if you intend to go up, or even down, Mr. Joseph. Suggesting that these tools are not necessary for the creation of a foundation to build is a ridiculous and even stupid thing for those who feel that they can build without creating a proper foundation. It has been discussed from time to time at certain levels that if we want to go up and up and up, we have to create a proper... The foundation of this country is placid. It is weak. It is unstable. It is designed and built for certain people to enjoy themselves while the masses suffer. I urge my Grenadian people to look at the so-called constitution of this country and see. This is what has happened. This country is being fooled and duped. It is time that we get a new constitution in this country. Let me advise you, brothers and sisters, as I end here. It takes a people to help a people, to save a people. No politician, quote, demagogue, shall get into political office to change anything which has been designed to benefit them. Open up your God-blessed eyes in this here country and let's demand to the ruling class established on a monarchy through a so-called governor general and so-called prime minister, or if they prefer, thus referred to prime minister, etc., to demand a change in the constitutional architecture of this country. The next time I have an opportunity, I'll refer to certain utterances by senior counsel Anselm Cloudary said. He too is now recognizing the need to revamp the constitutional architecture of this country. Open your eyes, Grenadians. We've been misled, we've been bled, we've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. For what it's worth, have a nice day, will you, Mr. Joseph, sir?
Have a great weekend, citizen. Have a great weekend yourself. It's 16 minutes on to 8 o'clock. You know the digits, 435-2041. Let's go back to the line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my very good friend.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well now because you give me a good welcome.
I always do.
You know what I'm asking myself? And I don't know if you'd agree with me. I don't think you'd agree. If you educate people, you cannot rule them, So you have to keep them to a certain level that you'd be able to rule them. Now, as for me, I always talk about education. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm stupid. But I'm still not so stupid. So I look at life in Grenada. Now, people tell you what to do, but the same people that are telling you what to do, they're not setting an example so that you could follow them. People are saying, my concept of the word grow growth takes place in different areas. But if you want to grow the country, maybe you could plant it. I don't know how you'll plant it. And people must explain what they mean when they say grow this and grow that. As far as I'm concerned, we need a lot of changes. And for we to grow the country, we have to change the method of educating people in Grenada. Not telling them, let them find out for themselves. Lead them to the knowledge and the skill and the aptitude or the attitude. And this is what we need in Grenada and all over the world. In fact, people only live up or admire people when they're doing things for the people's benefit, for particular people's benefit. A certain sector of society say John Brown is good. Another set say because they want opportunity, John Brown is bad and Dick is better. We have to study our country, our economy, build the economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Have yourself a great weekend now. Let's go back to one of our WhatsApp contributors. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, how are you, man? It's a long time. I'm at an internet, so I'm been calling the program.
Okay.
I'm from the diaspora, as you can tell, you know.
Okay, good.
Mr. Joe is first and foremost on a friendly. Who decorate the back of this studio there?
I can tell you, but I can't.
Yeah, I know, but you need. I mean, this is not. There's not Christmas about it, man. It doesn't look very nice.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Sorry.
You see how life is. Listen, you see how life is. For the past couple of days, a few people been calling and say wonderful background, and you saying that. So you see how life is. Differences in opinions, right?
You need a woman touch, and you need to be more Christmassy, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's your opinion. All right, good.
That's just my opinion,
yes,
anyway.
Good.
Listen, Mr. Rolo, you can clearly see that he's for the other party, really. You know what I mean?
Why would you say that?
Yeah, because how he talks, I listen to him all the time, and I've given him a lot of gratitude and stuff like that. And he's a very clever man, but you can clearly see by hearing that he's for the other party. Grenada is going forward, man. You know what I mean? Under the Deacon Mitchell there, the things that he's doing is really uplifting Grenada. And if Mr. Rolo really wants to leave a legacy, because we're only passing through, right? This is not our home, right? And if he wants to leave a legacy, then he should jump on board with his talking and his lyrics, what he comes on the radio and say, and join together with the Prime Minister and bring the island forward. And, and that's the legacy that he needs to leave.
Hold on, before you run off, right? I just wanted to make that point. I've listened to Citizen Rolo for years, and this has always been his tone, his rhetoric. I cannot see partisan in him, really. I don't know. I can't see that, because when the previous administration was there, it's the same sort of narrative. So I don't think I don't think it's partisan.
Yeah, you're probably right then, because I'm fairly new, like in the last 6 months to the program on the TV, you know?
No, that has been his rhetoric, but nonetheless, like I said, it's opinionated.
Well, maybe you like to, you like to play with people, feelings, and let people phone up and say.
maybe he just likes to say things the way he sees them, the way
and let people phone up and think, say a little complaint about him. But to me, that's not the right way to live a legacy. Really.
All right.
You don't want people to think that you're disagreeable.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Thank you, caller.
That's all I'm saying. Really.
Have a good one. Thank you very much. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program. Yeah, welcome.
Let me also say that I don't think Mr. Rolo is partisan, but he can be very obnoxious sometimes with his utterances. And I think that is how people think that, and even if he supports another party, that is his right too. So I don't think we should go down that road. But I want to, in a sense, respond to one of the things that he said. I'm one of the advocates for we're changing some aspects of our constitution because it's not working for us. Yes? I was very happy when the past administration on 2 different occasions tried to do that. And they messed it up by trying to install certain things, not coming from the people, but coming from them, that would benefit them. And that is something very similar to what Mr. Rolo is advocating against. I myself, for instance, the people had made certain recommendations to go forward in the Constitution, and that was watered down by the administration. But I'll tell you something. I made a suggestion to the constitutional team when they were in St. Patrick. And Francis Alexis, that is why I somewhat lose my respect for him.
Dr. Francis Alexis, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these things are not Dr. Francis Alexis. I suggested, and we see that happening now. Where when a party wins an election, the next day, the prime minister is installed. Yeah? And cabinet follows a few days after. Where is that transitionary period? So that what Bowen is now talking about, I did this and I had to do this and this is here and you have to find it there and all sort of foolishness could have been avoided. Where you have a proper transitioning of the government because the ministers of government deals with policy. And you have the PS and then who is more the financial people in the ministry. But if you have a proper transitioning, all of those things are taken care of. So Innocent cannot say he was not briefed on some discussion that was taking place with Guyana as it relates to rice production for Grenada. He can't, Stanley Alexis cannot say that he was not briefed properly on the oil and gas issue as an incoming potential minister. So we need that transitionary period after an election is called. They can decide how much days it is, whether it's 2 days, whether it's a month, whether it's 2 weeks, a period upon which the sitting administration can brief those who are coming in as to what is out there. So you have no ambiguity in those things at the end of the day.
In essence, mirroring what's happening in the U.S.
Precisely.
Okay.
Because you see the confusion that happens after every election. There is confusion. This minister saying you lie, this one saying that is not this. We have to stop this confusion. But I'll tell you something. That will only change when we have a constitutional change. But you know what is first thing that have to precede that constitutional change? Our education of the present constitution. We need an educational drive in Grenada for people to know, for civics, and for them to understand what is in the Constitution. You have promised us to bring on someone to explain. I'm aware of the differences. What is statutorization as opposed to privatization? That has not happened yet.
Yeah, so that's the key word there is yet.
No, but you see, Innocent, that I've said before, sometimes we wait too long for things to happen, and it festers. Yes? It festers in people's mind because there is a group out there that is trying to push a narrative that they are going into privatization. They are going to make things bad for poor people.
Okay.
And we need to address it. And the longer we take, the worse it became. It will come. So I'm saying the educational process in terms of attaining and changing that constitution that we presently have, because there's a lot of things in it, trust me, they ain't making no sense. We need to change it. But we need to educate ourselves. How much people know what is in the present constitution? A lot of them don't. I mean, the American present election, the election that's gone, has opened my eyes as to how uneducated a lot of Americans is, millions of Americans. We are better off than them educationally. Because you hear people responding to questions, and Jesus Christ, you have to ask yourself, is this America? So we have to educate our people here first. Okay. If we need to attain that change in the Constitution as to what we want. Because if you don't know what you have, you can't attain for anything else.
Okay.
Thank you and have a good morning.
Have a good weekend, bro. Folks, it's 5 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take our final commercial break in the segment and then we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Grenada Duty Free and GBN, we're partnering for this Christmas season. Folks, it's going to be a bumper one. We can actually start feeling the energy, the vibe is start building, the promotions that start coming in, and the fragrances, the chocolate. We have up to 15%, 20%, 40%. It's going to be a crazy one. We are looking forward to seeing you. We are ready to treat you guys special. We are ready to give back to you after this whole year of, being with us and everything and the support. So with our partnership with GBN, it's going to be a bumper season. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Proud sponsors of Christmas with GBN includes Ace Hardware, Hubbard's, Flow, Duty Free Caribbean, and I'm Supportings.
I'm Kenroy Batiste from GBN News. Season's greetings, everyone. Wishing you the very best for the holiday season. Spend time with each other, be good to each other, and celebrate each other. Looking ahead to 2025, my wish is for love, joy, and peace to reign in your life. Go forth, do more, and be more. You are loved.
Welcome back. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We can accommodate one, maybe two calls. If you're so inclined, let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, I call the caller after Mr. Ulu. He said that the people need to be educated. But then the minister and them already knew. It do make sense educating the people because when you keep them blind, when they're blind, you keep them blind, you're able to control them better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, caller. We throw out the Western system. It's very important to have a transition period after election, especially if a new government is taking over. So said one of our contributors. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm alive and thankful. Welcome.
Good. I would like for us to have a constitutional reform, a comprehensive, not just aspects of it, but it should be non-aligned and non-political. I think the masses should be the main contributor. The last administration came up with one of the changes they wanted to see was to have a specific day for general elections. I think that should be included. So instead of people playing games like within every 5 years, but you can do it before the certain time comes and catch other people off guard or unprepared, that nonsense has to stop. And instead of, like, for example, having a supervisor of election, I believe they should have an election commissioner comprising like a 7-man team, etc., because the current constitution, it is hindering our progress. In all honesty, we are not genuinely independent based on the contents of the current Grenada Constitution. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
You too. Have a great weekend, caller. And folks, this is where we've got to end it this morning. And for the week, those of you who participated throughout the week, thank you very much for your continued support and participation. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again together on Monday. Same time, same place, same frequencies and channels. That's it for the program. I love you. Bye-bye.